Chosen one, tomorrow comes with a bursting surprises for you. Something is moving in the unseen, something alive, radiant, and perfectly timed. You can't see it yet, but your spirit can feel it. The air feels charged. Time feels different. Your thoughts feel clearer, and your heart feels expectant. These aren't coincidences. They are indicators that the divine is close, that the energy around you is shifting in preparation for something extraordinary. Tomorrow isn't just another sunrise. It carries intention. It carries movement. It carries divine orchestration designed specifically for you. Every delay, every detour, every silence you've endured was setting the stage for what's now on its way. You didn't miss your moment. Your moment was maturing in divine timing. Before we continue, listen closely and stay with this message until the very end. There's something in these words your spirit already recognizes, something that will confirm what your intuition has been whispering. And as you listen, write your warmest wishes in the comments and include the number 144. That number carries the vibration of divine order, manifestation, and higher alignment. As you do this, you're sending energy into motion, activating the frequency of your desires and energizing the universe around you. Chosen one, show your light by liking this video and subscribe to the channel. And let's step into this together. Now, breathe deeply. Tomorrow holds more than hope. It holds release. It holds revelation. It holds divine coordination between what you've prayed for and what's been prepared for you. You've been walking through invisible preparation, often doubting the purpose behind the stillness. But the silence wasn't empty. It was full of orchestration. The universe has been weaving details behind closed doors, gathering threads you couldn't see, aligning people, opportunities, and timing in your favor. This is why things have felt unpredictable lately, because your old rhythm was ending. The universe has been tuning your energy to a new frequency, one that matches the vibration of what's arriving. Every emotional high and low you've felt recently was part of that calibration. You've been learning to feel without fear, to surrender without resistance, to trust without evidence. That is the spiritual posture required for what's about to unfold. Tomorrow is not just the next day on your calendar. It's a divine checkpoint. It's the moment where things you've been waiting for finally begin to surface in tangible form. For some, it will appear as clarity, an inner peace that settles all confusion. For others, it will come as communication, the message, call, or connection that shifts everything forward. And for many, it will arrive as opportunity, a sudden opening that feels almost too perfectly timed to be coincidence. But none of it will be random. Every blessing that meets you will be right on schedule. You see, the divine doesn't operate by human logic. It moves in orchestration, not explanation. You were never forgotten, never overlooked, never delayed. You were being aligned. The longer the wait, the greater the precision. Tomorrow marks the release point of that precision. The waiting has ripened. The energy is ready. Chosen one, this is why your soul feels restless right now, because it knows change is already in motion. You can sense it, even in your body. The anticipation that feels like electricity, the urge to clean, to reflect, to make space. That's your intuition preparing the environment for divine visitation. The surprises that are coming your way aren't just blessings, they're confirmations. They'll remind you that the universe has heard every unspoken prayer and stored every quiet tear as evidence of faith. You've endured enough confusion to recognize the difference between coincidence and calling. What's about to unfold isn't luck, it's alignment. It's the moment when everything hidden beneath the surface starts surfacing in undeniable clarity. You'll find that things once difficult to move, now move effortlessly. Obstacles dissolve without struggle. What used to drain you now fuels you. It's as if your life starts cooperating with your soul again. That's how divine flow feels, effortless synchronicity, replacing endless resistance. And when it happens, don't be shocked by how smoothly it unfolds. The same way dawn doesn't need to announce itself with noise, blessings don't need chaos to prove their power. They enter quietly, perfectly timed, already complete. Tomorrow will not shout, it will whisper. And in that whisper, you'll recognize divine fingerprints all over your circumstances. You'll start to see that everything you thought was delay was actually synchronization. Every no you received was protection disguised as redirection. Every silence was a setup for clarity. The universe was waiting for your energy to match what you were asking for, and now it does. That's why you feel so different lately. That's why your mind is quieter, your body lighter, your intuition louder. You've reached vibrational readiness. Tomorrow, energy begins to mirror that readiness. It will start showing you, tangibly, that your prayers were not lost in space. They were building momentum in silence. Every blessing that comes will feel like it's been waiting for this exact version of you. And that's the truth. It was. This shift will not just affect your outer world, but also your inner perception. You'll find yourself recognizing beauty in the ordinary, peace in the unknown, and purpose in the pauses. The world around you will start looking different because you have changed. You're no longer seeing from a place of lack. You're perceiving from abundance. That change in consciousness is what magnetizes miracles. This is why the divine often takes its time, not to delay your dreams, but to mature your perception. Because once you see clearly, you stop chasing what you already carry. You stop begging for what you already embody. That's when life begins to respond differently. Blessings aren't attracted to need. They're attracted to readiness. Tomorrow represents readiness realized. So tonight, as you prepare for what's coming, don't try to predict it. Don't force clarity or control the outcome. Just rest in the knowing that the unseen has already moved. Let anticipation replace anxiety. Let stillness replace striving. You don't have to make it happen. You just have to stay open to receive it. Remember, divine timing is never early, never late. It's exact. The surprises waiting for you tomorrow have been traveling toward you for months, even years, guided by unseen hands. Every path, every setback, every heartbreak, all of it was part of their journey to reach you. And now, they're finally arriving. You'll know when they do, not by sight, but by feeling. You'll feel that unmistakable calm, that deep breath that says, "It's here." You won't need to question it. You'll just know, because peace is always the first sign of arrival. This is your moment of release, chosen one. Everything you've endured was never wasted. The energy is shifting, the current is turning, and your tomorrow is carrying what your heart has been ready for all along. Chosen one, there's something sacred about this in-between moment, the space between what has been and what's about to begin. The air carries anticipation, the silence feels pregnant with purpose, and your spirit can sense the acceleration even before it's visible. That's not your imagination. That's confirmation. The unseen is preparing to make itself known. You've been faithful through uncertainty, patient through confusion, and strong through silence. You've done the inner work, the kind that no one sees. And now, the universe responds. Energy always honors effort, and tomorrow, that effort begins to bear fruit in unexpected ways. As you listen to this message, I ask you to make a small but powerful energetic action, one that opens your spirit to alignment. Write in the comments your warmest wishes and include the number 144. This number carries the frequency of divine harmony and manifestation. By doing this, you're signaling readiness, letting the universe know you're open, receptive, and prepared for what's meant for you. This isn't superstition, it's synchronization. It's the act of consciously joining your intention to universal energy. Now, chosen one, let's speak of what's unfolding. You've reached a point where your vibration has become magnetic. The moment you stopped chasing and began trusting, everything started moving toward you. That's the secret of divine alignment. It doesn't happen through force, it happens through surrender. Tomorrow brings proof of that surrender. The kind of proof that doesn't just surprise your mind, but softens your heart. Something will happen, small or grand, subtle or undeniable, and you'll feel it in your spirit before your mind even processes it. You'll pause, maybe even smile, because deep inside, you'll recognize the divine timing of it all. That moment will whisper, "This is what you've been waiting for." You'll notice how the universe delivers in perfect order. What once felt delayed will reveal itself as precise. The opportunities you thought had passed you by will circle back in divine timing, not because they changed, but because you did. You now carry the vibration of readiness, the energy of someone who no longer doubts their worth. And that's why tomorrow feels different, because you're different. You're not approaching the future with desperation anymore. You're walking into it with peace. You've released the need to control outcomes, and that surrender has created space for miracles to land naturally. The divine doesn't fill chaos, it fills clarity. The moment you became still, the universe had room to move. Some of the surprises coming your way will appear disguised as coincidences. A message at the right time, a conversation that opens a door, an invitation that feels divinely placed. Don't overlook them. The universe hides blessings in the ordinary to see who's truly awake. Stay aware. Notice what you feel drawn to, what feels suddenly illuminated, what captures your attention for no reason at all. These are the breadcrumbs of divine direction. Your intuition will also feel stronger than ever. You'll think of someone right before they reach out. You'll sense when to go, when to pause, when to rest. That inner knowing is your greatest tool right now. It's the divine GPS that guides you through this unfolding. You don't have to map it all out. You just have to trust the nudge. As these surprises begin to arrive, you might also feel emotional waves. Not sadness, but deep release. That's your soul adjusting to the magnitude of what's happening. For so long, you've been surviving in waiting energy. Now you're transitioning into receiving energy, and that shift can feel overwhelming. Allow yourself to feel it all, the relief, the gratitude, the tears, the joy. Don't suppress it. Let it flow through you. This is healing in motion. You'll notice how your surroundings begin to reflect your new vibration. People may treat you differently. Some will be drawn closer, Others may drift away. Don't resist either. Those leaving are simply exiting a frequency they no longer match, and those arriving are the manifestation of prayers you once whispered. You don't have to chase or cling. Everything aligned with your purpose will stay. Everything misaligned will fade. That's the natural order of divine flow. Tomorrow's surprises will reveal not just what's changing around you, but what's transforming within you. You'll look at challenges that once overwhelmed you and realize they no longer have power. That's growth. You'll recognize that the miracle isn't just in what arrives, it's in how differently you receive it. This is the evidence of spiritual maturity, the ability to witness blessings without attachment, and lessons without bitterness. Every part of your journey has led here. Every closed door built your discernment. Every disappointment stretched your faith. Every lonely night taught you the language of divine silence. And now all those experiences combine into wisdom, the kind that keeps you grounded even when life expands. The universe rewards awareness, chosen one. It responds to presence, not pressure. Tomorrow's surprises will find you not because you demanded them, but because you became the frequency of peace that attracts them naturally. You've become aligned with divine flow, and now flow becomes your lifestyle. And this is just the beginning. The surprises that come tomorrow are the first wave, the visible confirmation that momentum has started. But what follows will be even more profound. Once the divine sees your gratitude, it multiplies your blessings. That's how expansion works. Gratitude becomes the seed, alignment becomes the soil, and faith becomes the sunlight. Together, they birth manifestation. As you move into this next chapter, remember that joy isn't a destination, it's a signal. When something lights you up inside, follow it. When peace surrounds you, stay there. When something drains your energy, release it. You no longer need to question every turn. Your energy will tell you what belongs. Tomorrow will show you that life is not random. It's responsive. It listens to your vibration more than your words. And now, your vibration speaks clearly. You're ready, open, and aligned. So tonight, prepare your space, but more importantly, prepare your heart. Rest knowing that the unseen is already moving. The very energy you've been feeling in your chest. That quiet anticipation, it's confirmation. Tomorrow carries proof. This is what divine timing feels like. Effortless alignment disguised as surprise. Chosen one, the divine speaks in patterns, in whispers, not noise. When your energy aligns with its rhythm, life begins to communicate in a language beyond words. You'll notice this in small, seemingly ordinary moments that carry extraordinary resonance. Tomorrow, as this new energy unfolds, you'll begin to see, feel, and know these signs with more clarity than ever before. The first thing you'll feel is awareness. It's subtle, but undeniable. A heightened sense that everything around you carries meaning. You'll see repetition in numbers, phrases, symbols, and even timing. Maybe the same song plays more than once. The same message appears in different forms, or the same thought repeats throughout your day. That's not coincidence, that's confirmation. The universe repeats itself when it wants you to pay attention. You'll feel drawn to certain places, conversations, or even moments of silence. Trust those impulses. Divine alignment doesn't shout, it gently pulls. That subtle urge to pause, to look up, to message someone, or to go somewhere random. It's not random at all. It's choreography. Each step is designed to lead you toward the unfolding surprise waiting in your path. But here's the beauty of divine orchestration. It feels natural. It doesn't rush you. It doesn't confuse you. It doesn't pressure you. The guidance feels peaceful, not urgent. That's how you'll know it's real. Anxiety shouts. Intuition whispers. Fear demands. Divine direction invites. When your spirit feels calm, even when your mind doesn't understand, that's your sign to trust and follow. As the energy of tomorrow begins to flow, you may also notice an emotional shift, like you're being cleansed from the inside out. Old memories might resurface, not to haunt you, but to be released. You'll feel waves of nostalgia, forgiveness, or even tears without reason. Don't resist it. This is your soul making room for what's new. You cannot hold expansion while clinging to what's expired. The universe knows that, so it gently asks you to let go, not through force, but through emotion. You might find yourself forgiving someone unexpectedly, or simply realizing that the pain you once carried doesn't sting anymore. That's the evidence of healing. That's how you know the past has lost its hold. You're no longer reacting from your wounds. You're responding from your wisdom. This emotional release is what makes room for miracles. Because miracles don't land in heavy hearts. They bloom in open ones. Tomorrow's surprises won't just appear outside of you. They'll echo inside of you. You'll notice your energy feeling lighter, your intuition louder, your peace deeper. What used to drain you will no longer have access to your spirit. You'll find yourself naturally detaching from chaos, not because you're avoiding life, but because peace has become your new standard. That's what divine maturity looks like, the ability to walk through noise without absorbing it. And as you step into this new vibration, synchronicities will begin to multiply. You'll think of someone, and they'll appear. You'll wonder about something, and the answer will show up in a conversation, a dream, or a moment of clarity. This is the divine showing you how responsive the universe truly is. It's not ignoring you. It's been waiting for your energy to stabilize, so the communication could be clear. The surprises of tomorrow are not just blessings. They're also mirrors. Each one reflects something powerful about who you've become. When an opportunity arises, it's the universe saying, "You've grown enough to handle this now." When peace enters your life, it's saying, "You've healed enough to receive this now." Every blessing is a response to the version of you that stands ready to hold it. There's also a kind of magic in the people you'll encounter. Some will feel instantly familiar, as if you've known them forever. That's not nostalgia. That's resonance. Your energy recognizes theirs from a higher realm. These connections are not coincidences. They're divine appointments. Some will offer wisdom, others will carry opportunities, and a few will simply remind you that you're not walking alone. The divine uses people as vessels of confirmation, voices that speak exactly what your spirit needs to hear. Be mindful of what feels aligned. When something feels effortless and peaceful, even if it's new or unfamiliar, that's a green light. When something feels heavy or confusing, even if it looks good on paper, that's a pause. The divine never sends confusion, only clarity disguised as calm. Learn to read peace as direction. It's the clearest guidance you'll ever receive. And while surprises unfold, keep your energy clean. Avoid overthinking, over-explaining, or seeking validation. You don't need to prove your timing to anyone. The more you stay grounded, the more magnetic your vibration becomes. This is how the universe delivers continuously, not through bursts of luck, but through sustained alignment. You'll begin to understand that blessings aren't about effort anymore. They're about awareness. The surprise isn't what's arriving, it's realizing it's been arriving all along, piece by piece, while you were learning to see differently. Divine timing is never rushed, yet it always feels right on time. As the day unfolds, notice the sensations in your body, the goosebumps, the tingling, the sudden breath of relief. Those are your spirit's ways of saying, "It's happening." Energy communicates through feeling before fact. Don't dismiss what you sense, even if you can't explain it. The unseen speaks softly, but it speaks truth. When the divine wants to get your attention, it will create patterns of meaning so consistent you can't ignore them. Repeating numbers like 144, 222, or 555 will appear as spiritual codes, reminders that you're in flow. You'll overhear phrases that echo your private thoughts. You'll encounter moments that feel orchestrated for your eyes only. And they are. These aren't coincidences, they're signatures, proof that the divine is present in real time, guiding you moment by moment. Tomorrow, when one of these signs finds you, pause, smile, whisper a quiet thank you. That gratitude is what seals the connection. Every acknowledgement strengthens your alignment. The universe speaks louder to those who listen softly. Chosen one, you're not waiting for miracles anymore, you're walking through them. Every breath, every decision, every sign is proof that you've entered the current of divine flow. The surprises coming tomorrow are not meant to shock you, but to remind you that this reality is your natural state. Abundance, peace, and synchronicity in motion. You've stepped into the frequency where life no longer happens to you. It unfolds through you. And tomorrow, that truth will reveal itself in ways that leave you speechless, humbled, and deeply seen. Because when divine timing moves, it doesn't just change your circumstances, it transforms your entire perception of what's possible. Chosen one, when divine surprises begin to arrive, the temptation will be to rush, to analyze, to share, to grasp at understanding. But alignment, that is not meant to be dissected. It's meant to be lived. What's unfolding for you is delicate energy, pure, raw, newly released into form. It needs gentleness, not control. Silence, not explanation. When something you've prayed for finally begins to show up, the mind will want to interfere, to question if it's real, to anticipate loss, to prepare for the next thing. Don't let your old conditioning interrupt your new flow. The energy that brings a blessing is not the energy that sustains it. What sustains divine flow is gratitude, presence, and peace. You've entered a rhythm where life begins to mirror your awareness. Everything you touch, think, or speak carries vibration. When your mind races, your energy fragments. But when your heart rests, your frequency stabilizes. This is how you hold the miracle, not by clutching it, but by staying steady enough for it to keep expanding. You'll notice that the first wave of blessings feels exciting. It fills the air with freshness, hope, and electricity. But after that excitement fades, the real test begins. Can you remain grounded while life accelerates? Can you stay humble while favor multiplies? Can you still choose stillness when everything around you speeds up? That's where the divine watches most closely. Not to test you in punishment, but to refine your balance. Because abundance without awareness becomes chaos, and momentum without mindfulness becomes exhaustion. The universe isn't rewarding you with noise, it's trusting you with flow. You'll start to realize that peace is the truest proof of divine movement. Even when opportunities pour in, even when people suddenly notice your light, your internal stillness will be what keeps everything aligned. The more visible you become, the more invisible your ego must remain. You don't have to prove that you've arrived. You just have to embody arrival. Tomorrow's surprises will mark the beginning of a new spiritual posture, one of ease and quiet authority. You'll speak less, but your words will carry more weight. You'll do less, but your actions will ripple further. That's the paradox of divine alignment. When you surrender effort, grace amplifies your impact. Let everything that unfolds tomorrow teach you about flow. When a door opens easily, walk through it without doubt. When something feels blocked, bless it and move on without resentment. The divine never withholds, it redirects. Every no that follows a blessing is not rejection, it's calibration. The universe protects what it blesses. As your outer world expands, your inner world must deepen. Make silence your sanctuary again. Wake up slowly. Listen before you speak. Feel before you act. These quiet practices keep your energy clear. They remind you that your power never came from what you achieved. It came from who you became in the stillness. You'll begin to crave simplicity in a new way. The things that used to thrill you will lose their hold, and peace will become your greatest luxury. You'll notice yourself drawn to nature, to quiet mornings, to meaningful conversations instead of noise. That's not withdrawal, that's refinement. You're learning to live in frequency rather than frenzy. Because divine surprises are not meant to overwhelm you, they're meant to awaken you. Each blessing that arrives is an invitation to become more aware, more balanced, more anchored in gratitude. The more grateful you are, the longer the blessings stay. Because gratitude transforms temporary moments into eternal flow. Your spirit already knows this rhythm. That's why it feels so familiar, so peaceful. You've been here before, not in time, but in frequency. Every spiritual practice, every healing moment, every tear shed in silence brought you back into resonance with this energy. Tomorrow's unfolding is not new, it's remembered. As blessings start to multiply, some people around you will react differently. Some will celebrate you with genuine love. Others may distance themselves out of confusion. Don't take either reaction personally. You've entered a vibration that not everyone can interpret. You've become evidence that divine timing is real, and not everyone is ready to see that reflection. Your only task now is to stay authentic. Keep your energy clean. Keep your heart soft. Keep your mind open. What's meant for you will always recognize you, even when you're silent. That's the essence of divine flow. Resonance, not resistance. And when you begin to wonder what comes next, remind yourself, this is it. You're in it. You are living the miracle that once lived only in your prayers. You're walking inside the manifestation of your own trust. You don't need to look ahead anymore. You just need to stay awake where you are. This moment, this feeling, is proof that divine energy is alive within you. Every breath, every heartbeat, every moment of peace is the universe speaking through your being. You've become the vessel it flows through. Let that awareness humble you, not haunt you. Let it soften your gaze, not harden your heart. You're not responsible for controlling the blessings. You're responsible for carrying them gracefully. The universe didn't choose you because you were perfect. It chose you because you were available. And as you hold this energy, you'll notice that your influence expands quietly. You won't need to convince anyone of your purpose. Your presence will speak louder than any explanation. People will feel calm around you without knowing why. They'll sense something pure, something steady, something that reminds them of home. That's not by chance. That's your energy stabilizing theirs. The divine uses peaceful souls as anchors in a chaotic world. You are one of them. Your stillness has become medicine, and that's how you know. The surprises arriving tomorrow were never just for you. They were also for those who will be touched by your calm, your kindness, and your courage to believe.